Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Wit, Wisdom, and Wine, WWW, with Daryl Ann. Always good to see you. Always happy that you're tuning in to watch my adventures or misadventures, as the case may be. A beautiful Saturday here in the Northeast, and everybody's outside planting and feeling a whole renewed sense of hope. So it's all good. So I'm going to be sort of digressing sometimes back and forth. It's sort of the memory, the memory situation when you get a little older. You just don't remember everything at the same time. And yesterday I thought of an amazingly interesting story that I want to tell you. I'm going to go back a little bit and then I'm going to go forward to continue my adventures about the paperworks. So I want to go back. I recalled a trip that I had made with Keith. We did do a fair amount of traveling, and one day he announced that how would I like to go to the Virgin Islands? Well, who doesn't want to go to the Virgin Islands? Okay, yeah. And he said, actually, we were invited by my cousins who live in the Virgin Islands. And as a matter of fact, my cousin was the former governor of the Virgin Islands in St. Thomas. We said, wow, really? Yes. And he and his wife are inviting us to come and stay in their house in St. Thomas. So I was like, wow, hey, this is wonderful. So we did indeed go. I mean, this was in the early part of the relationship with Keith. Remember when it was good as opposed to quickly not good. Anyway, we arrived and we were given the royal carpet treatment. We had a limo pick us up at the airport and we rode up to their incredible house on the hill overlooking the water. Just really incredible. If any of you have been to the Virgin Islands, you know what it's like, and a little bit of wisdom for some of you who haven't been. You should go someday. Try to go. It's truly beautiful. So we met then Ralph and Ethel, and those are their real first names. In fact, certainly after all these years, there's really no problem with mentioning this wonderful gentleman who was the former governor, Ralph Paiwanski. And so they had actually quite a history. Their parents were immigrants and caught up in the Second World War. They were born, however, in this country in Brooklyn. And they, I honestly forget all their background, but for some reason, Ralph became quite successful and had some connections in St. Thomas. And they went and met some people and they spent, quite a few months there. And then he became the governor. So they wanted to show us the governor's mansion. They were allowed to show us the governor's mansion. It was a really very interesting day. It's funny how some things stick out in your mind, your memory, sort of like, wow, how can I really remember that? But I do. Other things, of course, we don't. So they gave us a tour of the governor's mansion, which was absolutely incredible. I mean, up on the hill, all the portraits and statues and Ethel and I then, she said, would you like to go? We can have a little talk and have some tea out on the patio. Sure, okay. By the way, Chardonnay, getting a little dry. Okay. So we sat down and she immediately wanted me to tell her all about New Jersey. And had I been to Brooklyn? Do I go into New York? Tell me about the food you eat. Tell me about the Italian. Oh, I miss that Italian food. And do you get good bagels? Oh, I miss the bagels. And so I, of course, would tell her. Wanted to tell her certainly. I'm going to pause this for just a moment and I'll be back.